pretty people. How are you? Hope you're good. This week was a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I started off the week with the ruling of the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade. Ooh, my camera keeps falling. I've filmed this intro kind of like twice already, but like it's just sounding very stupid. Today is Friday, June 24th, 2022 at 3 o'clock p.m. The Supreme Court announced this morning that they have overturned Roe v. Wade. Certain states can now decide that abortion is illegal or legal. It's left up to the states what they decide. I live in New York City. I feel weird about saying fortunately, because I guess it is a fortunate situation, but it's honestly, like, I don't really feel like saying that I'm fortunate for literally the bare minimum. Like, it icks me out, like, to be like, oh my god, I'm so fortunate to live in New York City because, like, I have rights as a woman. Like, that just feels like bare minimum. My feelings, I don't necessarily know my feelings. I think I woke up and I was kind of numb, like, and I still am numb, and I feel like I'm numb to a lot of things in America now. Like, a lot of things that happen, I'm just like, okay, this happened. This sucks, but I'm numb. Like, I'm not traumatized. My biggest emotion isn't anger. I think I've just lost faith in America. And I've been losing faith in this country, in this planet, in the human race, basically, to be drastic. For a while, I've been losing faith, but I think this is kind of just like the click in the head. Like, I just don't have faith in, like, this place anymore. I do not trust the human race as a whole. I do not trust us to do the right thing as a society as a whole. I do not trust that we can all come together on a decision that is beneficial to the human race. I do not trust that. And I feel like if that time ever comes, we are screwed. That's like my main emotion, is just like numbness. I think part of it is also because I guess that luck that I was talking about that I dislike saying, but I guess it is luck because I like opened up TikTok and then I saw this girl like my age, and she was talking about how her group chat immediately blew up, and because she lives in Texas, which is a very like hostile abortion state, and she was talking about how everybody in her group chat was like, do we need to get pills? What do we need to do? Like, do we need to stock up? How are we gonna travel? Like, what are our plans? And she was like, this is like a very real thing, that this one decision, it's so like clearly in minutes, hours, has already affected so many people's lives. I guess my luck comes in that I'm not scared because I live in this state, so I'm like, you know, I'm not scared of like everything being stripped right under my feet, like a lot of states have done. The Black woman experience, just as a human being, is such like a exhausting experience because where do I feel safe in the world? Like, I genuinely question that every day. I see a lot of people like, this is my sign, I'm getting out of America, I'm leaving, I'm not raising my kids here. And I would like to be able to like freely say that, but honestly, I don't know if I can go anywhere else. Even though America makes me feel so unsafe and so not protected and looked over and ignored, it still feels like the safest place for me as a Black person. Like, I feel supported in my community here, but at the same time, I still feel like the government would happily just like ignore my life and just be like, Already the places that I feel safe in this country is small because of racism. And now it's even smaller because of sexism and because of like these lack of abortion rights. And oh, Lucy, come on. That's just like my mental state right now. I normally don't like talking about like things going on in the media and political things because it's never my intention to push an agenda on somebody or push a belief system on somebody, because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. But at the same time, I do treat this as like my like diary. Like, this is my documentation of my own like history in my own life, and I feel like this is like a big part of my personal growth per se. There's supposed to be a peaceful protest happening in Washington Square Park. I'm gonna go a little bit earlier because I did buy tickets to a party tonight. I'm supposed to be going to a party tonight, which is like grave day in history party, but I don't want to be like gloom and doom all day. Like, that's not benefiting anybody. But I do want to go to this protest because even though like New York State isn't necessarily like changing at all, it's still like, I feel for women around the country. I feel for women that are scared. I have so much empathy for slay. Slay. Nobody but women understand what it means to be a woman and to wake up every day and just like be exhausted and uncertain if the world has your best interest at heart. I kind of want to make a sign, but I don't have the materials to make a sign, so I think I'm gonna go and like document it. I really like documenting it to be able to like look back on things.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Supreme Court has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Supreme Court has got to go. Supreme Court has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Supreme Court has got to go.
Worst thing can happen. It's our time to stop this right here.
We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back.
No one has the right to tell a woman what and what not to do with their body. All of us, from all creeds, from all denominations, from all backgrounds, we have to continue to do this because we're in trouble. We are in trouble.
That choice meant the world to me. Now, a lot of people are not going to have that choice.
My choice. My body. My choice. My body. My choice. My body. My choice. My body. My choice.
Women's body!
Matters.
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 We are out here! Move outside! We
It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love and protect each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Abortion is a human right. 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 Abortion is a human right.
The next day was kind of a major contrast because I had a super fun day in Soho. Thank you.
Baby the flower. Baby the flower. I didn't get one, don't get me.
always gotta win.
You're like a child.
The balls are a little hot, so it's like a contrast. So guys, welcome to Soho. It's a country in America. It's its own island actually, and many people frequent it. It's got a lot of rich heritage and culture. Here we have the Floss building. This is actually the first building to ever invent flossing. Yeah. Hey vloggy vlog, look at the pigeon. Pigeon on the ground, around town. I just took my pictures, but I took them on my digital. This isn't even a digital. This is technically a video camera. I've decided that from now on, all pictures look better on digital cameras. So we should all just start taking pictures on digital cameras instead of iPhone cameras. I was taking pictures for these new chancletas, and honestly, This is an honest, quick review. I was a little bit like, you know, like iffy on like whether or not I would like them when I saw them on the website, but now that I got them, I really vibe with them. They're a good sock with sandal type of moment.
Oh, thank you.
I went to Little Island, which I've never been to before, but it's always been on my bucket list since it opened up like a year ago, 2 years ago. It was absolutely stunning. It was like the most amazing view. It's definitely one of those overrated, non-overrated places. Like it's an overrated attraction, but for good reason, because they had like live concerts for free. They had like the best view of like the Hudson River, the water, the skyline, like amazing. This is so cute. Why do I never know about this? And then we tried to go to Dave & Buster's in Times Square, but for some reason, you need to be 21 to get into Dave & Buster's without an adult present, and that adult needs to be 25. I never knew that this was a thing, but I guess in my head, now that I look back, all the times I've gone to Dave & Buster's have been for like birthday parties, and the person's parent has always been there, so I had no idea that you needed to be 21 to get into Dave & Buster's. The next few days was kind of back down to like a low emotional state, I would say. Like that's where like the roller coaster comes in. I got home from that night. It was like a low point. Cried myself to sleep. And I was just like, what the heck? I'm not PMSing. I just finished my period. Like, why am I feeling so like down? I don't know if the right word is sad, depressed. I don't like using the word depressed lightly. In hindsight, I realized I was probably just very overwhelmed after Friday, and just like that influx of like negative information, especially from social media. I think I was just like very, very overwhelmed with the negativity of the world. I had a very pessimistic mindset on Friday, like what's the point? Nothing really matters. And that really like sunk in when I was sleeping. I was like, what the hell is the point of this planet? And it's just like a very negative, pessimistic mindset that was like, I think overwhelming me and like making me just like overall feeling very like down and sad and gloomy. I feel like that happens to a lot of people, and I have like mixed emotions about easy access to information on social media. I love that we are easily educated and we have access to so much more information than we did in the past, but at the same time, I feel like you really need to like take a step back sometimes. And if you need to log off. If you need to not post something, don't post something, because like we're not supposed to be constantly seeing this much negative information. Like it's not good for our brain. I don't feel like that's what my brain needed. And then I think I realized that the next morning, so I just like didn't go on Instagram, didn't go on TikTok. Especially TikTok was really messing with my head, because on top of seeing, you know, a lot of stuff about Roe v. Wade, I was also seeing like how dangerous New York City is becoming, and like all the stuff with New York City. and like inflation, which I don't know why inflation is like getting me overwhelmed, but it was just like TikTok is just like a constant influx of like negative information sometimes if the world is very negative. So I decided to play Sims. Sims is a great game that I like to play when I'm having like a mental breakdown because it's the epitome of escape from the real world, because I could literally create a fake world with whatever I want, and like I could do whatever I want. I literally like just like can like make myself into a sim and give her this happy, joyous life in a beautiful planet and just like live through my sim. So I needed that, and I spent like the rest of my time playing Sims. I feel like when you look at this computer compared to my Mac, it can basically be described as ancient technology. Like, it's so big and huge and bulky, but this is my Alienware, and this only gets pulled out when I'm ready to play Sims. Like, I'm sitting in my old room, and honestly the lighting might be really bad because my mom took out like all the light bulbs in here, so all I have is like the LED strip lights lighting it up. But I'm sitting in here, A, because my room is a mess and it's giving me an anxiety attack, and B, this computer is just way too huge to use on my small desk upstairs. And then like I also need a mouse when I'm playing Sims, so I like a full like array of a setup. Sometimes I would call myself a self-proclaimed gamer when the only game that I would game is legitimately Sims. Well, actually no. I was an avid Minecraft user. I just didn't use it the right way. I liked Minecraft for the building aspect. I did not like once we started getting confusing and we started going into like all of the different like servers and there was like challenges and games. Too much for my brain. When I was younger, I always used to ask my mom, I used to be like, Mom, can I buy this expansion pack? Like, I used to beg. I'd be like, please, I really need mermaids today. Like, I need mermaids in my Sims world. And now that, like, I make my own money, I kind of just, like, buy them whenever I, like, log back in. Which is, like, it's like a surreal moment when I'm, not surreal, it's not that deep. But it's just, like, funny to think back to, like, when I was, like, 13 and begging my mom to pay like $40 so that I could get like mermaids and horses in The Sims. And now, if I want it, I'll just get it myself. I also look really insane because this was my only plan for the day. It's just getting darker and darker because it's been like an hour and I was waiting for the game to update because the last time I played it was February 1st, so 6 months ago. So the game had to update. That took like an hour, and then I decided to buy 2 new packs. Two new packs. I think it was like a mental health purchase, so I think, you know, it was good. When I first started my YouTube channel, which is now like 2 years ago, which is quite weird, I thought that I was gonna be making like Sims gameplays because like this is my setup, right? I sit here, I play the game, and I watch this YouTuber. Her name is 𝐿𝐶𝐬𝐢𝐧𝐤𝐬. She is my favorite Sims YouTuber. Like, I don't know, it's just like something, I normally just like hearing her voice in the background. It's very comforting. So I put her on my phone while I play The Sims, and it's just like a therapeutic experience. When I was like in high school and middle school, I was obsessed with like Sims gameplay YouTubers. I thought I was gonna be one. Like, I thought I was gonna get like a gaming thing and like make my channel like a gaming channel. Thank God that never happened because I don't even play it enough for that to happen, but that's how serious I was about it. I was like, I'm gonna get like, but the real problem was that I just couldn't figure out how to screen record my like screen, like my computer screen. I could never figure that out, and I like watched tutorials on how to do it, and I was like, I don't think that this is possible for me. But honestly, I probably would have thrown down. Like, who knows? You know, never say never. Maybe in my future, if there's like a Sims 5 and it's just like utterly insane, maybe I make a second channel where all I do is play The Sims 5. But I feel like my commentary for video gameplay would just be very entertaining. I always thought so. Happy rainy Monday. Honestly, nothing makes me feel more validated than reading about my own sign. Although they can drive their mates crazy with their insistence on order, they are often curiously lax in cleaning up their own private work and living space. Such areas may seem sloppy, but in fact are arranged according to some strange Virgo logic. recognized only by them. This is my strange Virgo logic. Seems messy to others. But this is my Virgo logic validated by this $12 Astrology of You and Me book. Things that you read, things that you see, it does genuinely affect your like emotional state. So yeah, just be careful how much like negativity you're ingesting or how much like real world stuff you're ingesting. I never watch the news, and I kind of stand by that because I think if I watched the news and I saw every day a new terrible thing that's happening in the world, I would not want to exist, and I would just be like, what the hell is the point of this terrible existence? So try to look at some happy things. There's a lot of happy things in the world. Go play Sims. It's summertime, if it's summertime for you, but you know, think happy things, because I was very, very pessimistic in the beginning, and I don't like to be super pessimistic, especially online, but I do want to keep that portion in just because, you know, it's like an important part of my video, I feel like. But yeah, stay happy, stay healthy, go eat a McDonald's Happy Meal, okay? Do they still have those? I don't know. This is a little more organized. I feel like it, you know, it doesn't look spotless, but I think just like picking stuff off the floor makes me feel 20 times better. And then my bed is made, so that helps with my anxiety. It is freaking pouring rain. Listen to that. Sometimes I do prefer days like this because I don't feel as obligated to be outside doing things, because I won't feel bad, because I won't be like, I'm missing out on a sunny, bright, nice day. I'm like, it's a gloomy day. I can chill. I can take my time. I can live my life. I could be me. So I'ma be me.